Okay, hello again. This is part 2. So now we're going to talk about adverbs and adverbial phrases. Before I start, I'm going to give you a hint about adverbs. Adverbs from their name, look, adverb. So I add something to the verb. I describe the verb by adverb. So when I want to talk about the verbs, I use adverbs. Let's start. What are adverbs? Adverbs tell us more about verbs. And remember, verbs are things I do or you do. Either I do it now at the present or I did it in the past. Look here. Verbs in the past like ate or in the present like eat. I eat chocolate normally or I ate mansab yesterday. So adverbs tell us more about verbs. When I want to talk about the verb, I use adverbs. Adverbs tell us how, when, and where. So adverbs tell us how the verb happens, when the verb happens, and where the verb happens. Let's start with how. Here you have a sentence and you have a question. Sentence number 1. Look at the picture. This is Ali. Ali drove the car fast. Ali drove the car fast. The verb here is drove and it's in the past. So, how did Ali drive the car? Ali drove the car fast. How did he drive the car? Ali drove the car fast. 2. My mom spoke quietly. My mom spoke quietly. Spoke is a verb. How did my mom speak? My mom spoke quietly, quietly, not loudly, quietly. How did my mom speak? My mom spoke quietly. So this is 1. Adverbs tell me about verbs. 1. How? The turtle walked slowly, slowly. How did the turtle walk? It walked slowly. This is how. Now 2. We have when, and when I use it to talk about time. Ahmed came to school at 10 o'clock. Ahmed came to school at 10 o'clock. I have the verb came and I have a time, 10 o'clock. If I want to have a question, I would say, when did Ahmed come to school? Ahmed came to school at 10 o'clock. So 10 o'clock describes the verb, which is came. When did Ahmed come to school? Ahmed came to school at 10 o'clock. Sentence number 2. Maha read the book at night. Maha read the book at night. I have the verb read, which is past of read, and I have time, which is night. When did Maha read the book? When did Maha read the book? Maha read the book at night. So this is 2. Remember, adverbs describe verbs. First, how, then when, third, where. And where means places. Where? Look here. I went to the library. I went to the library. Now, went is a verb and it's in the past. Library is a place. This is a place where we read books. So the question, where did you go? I went to the library. Library is an adverb. Went is a verb. They played cards in the room. They played cards in the room. Where did they play cards? They played cards in the room. Here I have played. It's a verb. And where did they play the cards? They played cards in the room. Now, room here is the place, and it's an adverb because it describes the place where they played the cards. So adverbs, as I said, how, when, and where. How, when, and where. When I have words that tell me how, for example, fast, quick, quietly, loudly, I'm going to talk about how. When I have words that describe time, like 10 o'clock, 7 a.m., night, morning, afternoon, I'm going to talk about when. And when I have words that talk about places like library, room, school, hospital, I'm going to have words describe where. Let's move to adverbial phrases. What's the difference between adverbs and adverbial phrases? Adverbial phrases are two or more words. Look, two or more words that tell us about the verb. So look here, I have night. Yeah, it's a time, but with night I have by and time. So it becomes by night time. Three words, adverbial phrase. At last, after that, the following day, one afternoon. These are all adverbial phrases. Let's divide the things together. So I have adverbs, they describe the verbs. First, I have how, then I have time when, and third, I have about places where. How? Quietly, she speaks quietly. Badly, he speaks badly, in a bad way. When? When did you come to school? Yesterday. I came to school at night, for example. Where? Where did you go yesterday? I went down the street. Down. So here are some words about how, and these are all adverbs. When, these are all adverbs, and where, these are all adverbs too. So this is about adverbs. Either I have one word describing how, when, or where, or I'm gonna have adverbial phrases like two or more words together. Now you're gonna watch a video, and then we're gonna do a small exercise in your booklet. Okay, nice. Now we're gonna do a page in your booklet. So you're gonna open your booklet on adverbs and adverbial phrases page. First, we're gonna highlight some notes, and then we're gonna do an exercise. Yeah, hold your highlighter. Okay, and let's start. Adverbs describe the verbs. So when I talk about adverbs, I'm going to talking about the verbs. They tell us how, when, and where something happened. For example, one, the frog jumped slowly. The frog jumped slowly. So slowly here is an adverb. It's how. How did the frog jump? The frog jumped slowly. He came here yesterday. I have yesterday. Yesterday tells me about time, so it's an adverb of when. When did he come here? He came here yesterday. I went to the library. Library, as we said, is a place where we read books, so this is where. How normally ends with li, like quietly, beautifully, slowly. When talks about time, and where talks about places. Adverbial phrase, as we said, is more than one word that tells me something about the verb. Later in the afternoon, look, 1, 2, 3, 4 words. I have afternoon, Later in the afternoon, they did their homework. After that, they went swimming. So later in the afternoon is an adverb or an adverbial phrase, sorry. After that is another adverbial phrase. More than one, we have more than one adverbial phrases. We have after some time, about an hour, all day or all days, the day before. Now we're gonna do just this exercise, and you're gonna have the next one as a homework. Okay, the first one. Let's read the question. Underline the verbs and decide whether they talk about how, when, or where inside the brackets. So first, we need to underline the verbs. The adverbs. Let's start. I broke my leg badly yesterday. So here I have two adverbs. The first one is badly, make a line under it, and the second one is yesterday. Badly has li at the end, so it's how. I'm gonna write how here. Yesterday tells me about time, yesterday, so I'm gonna write when here. Number 2, my mother used to dress nicely. Again, I have nicely, it ends with li, so it's how. My brother and I played in our room. In our room, it's a place, so it's where. We are going to the cinema this evening. I have two adverbs, be careful. Cinema, to the cinema. This is one, and it's a place where we watch movies. And this evening, it's a time, so when. This is where for cinema. And this is when for evening. Then he had many cars in his garage. He had many cars in his garage. Garage also is a place, okay, where we park cars. So in his garage is an adverb, and this is where. It's a place. The last one, the lion roars strongly. The lion roars strongly. Strongly and ends with li, so it's how. These are all adverbs. Now, the next page is gonna be your homework. I'm just gonna do the first one with you. Fill the blanks with the suitable adverbs or adverbial phrases from the balloons to complete the sentences. So I have all day, gently. Gently means in a very nice way. In the morning, Monday, sidewalk, and suddenly. Let's start with number 1. Our friends came to our house on, so I'm gonna have a day here, so I'm gonna write Monday. So I have on, so I'm going to write one of the days, and the days I have here is Monday, and Monday is an adverb. It tells me about time, when. So this is a homework. You do it in your home, and I wish you to have a nice day. Thank you very much for your listening.